And we are live, folks. Welcome to the Arcane Apocalypse, a Dungeons and Dragons live stream where our adventurers have been flung 8 years into the future into a magical wasteland that was once North America. The group has been spending their time trying to find supplies, make some allies, and are now ultimately deciding, do we want to head west and investigate the remains of an old army base and perform an autopsy on a white dragon that we had previously seen get destroyed by a larger red dragon? Or do we head east in search of Dr. Hermes Sanguine's family, his wife and daughter? Who knows what has happened to them in the past 8 years since he's been gone and the world has gone utterly to crap. I would say a worse word, but we're within the first 5 minutes of our stream. So, we're going to go right ahead here and jump back in getting introductions for the party. We're going to start on the left here with Nathan, and we're going to work our way down the line. We're going to find out who our characters were before the apocalypse, what they're up to now in this desolate wasteland, and our icebreaker question of the week. Which of the other party members that you've now met do you feel most similar to, or have you developed a kinship with, as it were? And let's go down the line, starting with Nathan.
I'm Nathan. I will be playing Ancient Nox. Before the apocalypse, he was an employee of the Sanguine Corporation working for the Acquisitions Division. Post-apocalypse, he is now adventuring around with this party, looking for signs of any remnant of the corporation he once worked for, any signs of civilization, and just really trying to stay alive right now. And the party character he has the most in common with. I was thinking about it. I would say Dr. Sanguine, but it's more of like with him, we're like two sides of the same coin. So it's like we're very opposite. But I find thinking about it even more, he has a lot in common with Ro. He most identifies with Ro because the origins of being from Sinjeni, of having some tie to the world before. Nox finds some sort of comfort in that, even though he hasn't gotten a chance to really know Ro yet. Of like versus all the members of the party, he definitely is closest to Ro.
Hi, I'm Ro. Before the world went crazy that day at the mall, I was a robot created by the Syngeni Corporation, and now I appear to be human, and I appear to be able to do magic. I would say of everyone in the party, I probably have most in common with Kai. There's the whole spellcaster thing, and he also casts illusion spells. So I feel like I have a lot to learn from Kai. And then, of course, there's the whole we were both created thing that nobody else in the party can really identify with. So,
All right. I'm Curtis. I'm playing Reverend Himmelberger. Pre-apocalypse, I was a small town pastor and softball coach. And post-apocalypse, I am playing a cleric. I could speak, I promise. And really just trying to use my faith to survive this chaos that we find ourselves in. If I had to pick a party member that I am most similar to, it would probably be the goat. Because I like to eat. I have a beard, and because I'm obviously the greatest of all time.
Good answer.
Good answer, Steve.
Good answer. I'm Kyle. I'm playing Kai9X. He's an automaton created in the apocalypse. He's focused entirely on trying to understand the magic of the world and collecting as much of it as he can get his hands on. He definitely feels closest right now to Ro. Of all of the humans and human-like creatures he's met, she's the only one who has any sort of... She's the closest one to his perspective. In that, like, others will anthropomorphize or think that they understand where he's coming from or how he sees the world, but she's the only one who kind of has a glimpse of that. They're still not the same. She is significantly more human than he's ever felt or been, but it's the closest. Other than that, I think that he identifies most with Nox's viewpoint of the world, specifically the goal-focused nature of Nox. Yeah.
All right. Sorry, that took me out. My name's Chris. I'm playing Dr. Hermes Sanguine. Pre-apocalypse, I was a retired Special Forces doctor, and the current apocalypse, I'm a human fighter. And for a party member that I would have to pick the most closeness with, I would definitely say Agent Nox, because it reminds me a lot of the movie Step Brothers. You know, like you want to go do karate in the garage? Yup. Did we just become best friends? Yup. Just like those silly moments where there's this energy where, like, you know, like one of us will, like, something will happen and all of a sudden he starts to kind of like grab his gun and I'm like, right now, no, no. So I've really enjoyed it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm your fabulous dungeon master, and of the party members that I feel that I am the most like, I would have to say I'm a magical mix of all of them.
Aww.
Of course, the best qualities of each of the 5 of them all mashed together into a single superhuman, you know.
Sure.
Not the flaws.
Of course.
Yeah. Less
No,
detective ready humility in this statement.
Right? Exactly. I promise, I'm not conceited. I just play conceited on TV.
You seem like a wonderful person. You remind me of myself.
Exactly. So, last time on the Arcane Apocalypse, the Anomalies and Kai9X have somehow managed to not die yet again, and despite losing a whole heck of a lot of stuff that did not belong to you that you were supposed to return, primarily a horse, much of the remains of what was once a quite large pickup truck that had been functioning as a wagon, and instead have returned with 2 very, very large mouths to feed in the form of a giant baby panda bear. A baby panda that seems approximately maybe a year old at most and is still somehow about 15 feet tall with a head 4 feet wide. And an even larger creature, a massive 6-legged salamander-like lizard thing, almost like a giant axolotl, that appears to be known as a Colombo, with massive rows of teeth and a voracious hunger for fish that did actually save them from a red dragon once. So, there is that. But it also tried to eat Agent Nox. So,
Never.
trade-offs. Either way, we had some villagers who were not too pleased with this scenario and wanted recompense in the form of a replacement vehicle, and just so happened to name the classic Impala that was once Dr. Hermes' car, or in fact technically still is, even though there's a somewhat jacked up remains of it about 40 miles east of here in the parking lot of the mall. Is he going to give that over? I doubt it. But before we could venture any further, we went to, of course, go report our status with the great Leo, Leonardo da Vinci himself. And in that process, our prisoner that we had captured finally started to provide us with some potentially useful information. He mocked us for wanting to use gasoline to refuel our Humvee, and jeered at the notion of us not knowing how to get our vehicle blessed, or didn't even know who Gamma was, this apparent lord of machines and engineering, some sort of deity in this arcane world. What exactly Gamma is, who the hell knows? But maybe we'll find out someday. And we pick up the next morning after a much, much deserved rest, with the group all in, having slept, some of us peacefully, but I'd imagine most of us, or many of us, questioning the very nature of reality or life. Is a robot alive? Does it have a soul? Who knows? We're not going to argue that metaphysical conversation today, but I'm sure they were dwelling on it when they went to sleep. Sadly, though, several of the party members are suddenly awoken early in the morning by a raucous sound coming from the center of the dormitory floor. As we awaken to Dr. Hermes Sanguine and Rev tangled in what appears to be a leg wrestling foot match, arguing over who will have the wins and who will win the bets. I don't even know what the hell they're betting on. But we will find out on the Arcane Apocalypse as we pick up there.
As we find ourselves entwined, I apologize, everybody, but Rev is getting very into this and just starts yelling at Hermes, like, "You're not going to win this time!"
Scoreboard. Scoreboard. That's all I'm going to say back. I'm just going to keep saying scoreboard. Scoreboard.
You guys couldn't have even woken us up before you started.
There's no time for that.
There's only time for battle.
But as you two continue, your legs locked, pushing back and forth against each other, I'm going to have both of you give me this athletics check to see how it goes.
Music is great.
I'm going to use my heroic inspiration.
21.
Using heroic inspiration.
I save it just.
Did you?
I save it just for this. Ah, it's the same thing.
You can't even win.
Yeah, I'm struggling a little bit. I'm not a morning person, so you know.
I'm not a
no.
morning person.
Yeah. You say this as you've actually just been flipped and flung against the far wall of the room, and you are now upside down, feet in the air against the wall.
So as I'm like upside down looking at everybody, I'm be like, we gotta do this at night before bed because I need to stretch before we do this thing.
Yeah, normally I'd say you should ice that, but I don't think they have ice in this part of the world right now.
So does this count as an official match, or are we doing like a 2 out of 3 later tonight, or
Maybe. We'll see what happens. But so
figure it
far,
out.
2-0.
I'm gonna beat you one of these days.
we
Maybe.
have to mark it in the book for the
You guys
official
Wait
record?
till we're like all awake next time.
I mean, you guys saw what
Pretty
happened.
serious thing. Kind of. I was a little sleepy.
One of these days.
Oh, good, you're all awake. I made you breakfast.
Right? Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Oh, it smells
I love
something
this
good.
little guy.
You were inspired by what media to cook breakfast?
I understand that you require much refueling, both in the morning and at night, and sometimes periodically throughout the day. And so I thought that I would help, since we need to get an early start on the morning, and you all sleep for so long. Here, and I slide forward a tray that has on it eggs that are slightly cooked.
Slightly cooked?
Slightly cooked. They are more runny than solid.
Perfect.
There is bacon, because from the livestock on the farm. However, the bacon has all of the cooking that should have been done for the eggs, and then some. And then also toast that is not at all toasted. Here you are.
This is exactly like my mom used to make. Thanks.
Hold on.
You're welcome.
Hold on. Toast that is not toasted.
It's
Please
just bread,
tell
yes.
me it's okay.
It is just bread. He presents it as
Rose
toast,
gonna-
though.
Ro's gonna get up and grab a piece of the burned bacon and the bread and just kind of look at it, and then be like, we need to do some cooking lessons, Kai. I think you and me.
Oh, you'd like to learn
then
how I
just-
did this? I'm happy to teach.
Yeah, Kai, you did a pretty good job.
As I'm biting into the bacon, I'm gonna be like, "So this isn't pan." All right, cool.
I'm gonna
All right.
I'm gonna like pick up one of the I'm gonna pick up the bacon, put it on one of the pieces of bread, and I'm gonna like hold one of the pieces of bread to the plate as I dump the eggs onto the piece of bread, and then I'm gonna put the other piece on there. And I'm just gonna start eating this like
Sandwich.
sloppy egg burnt bacon sandwich.
Oh God.
Uh-huh. So,
we need to have a talk about Gamma, and then I guess we need to figure out what we're gonna do next. But I have this theory. I've been thinking about it since last night. I had this bot in my elite service line that was named Gamma, and he was kind of he was one of two bots that were programmed to be like masters in engineering. They were really, really good at, computer engineering. They did a lot of different stuff like that, but they were the best, and they were programmed to be that way. And this Gamma engineering god kind of sounds like it could be him.
What were you programmed to be the best at?
Hello, at a lot of things.
Oh, okay. Like
Yeah,
what ones? It might be really helpful when we need them.
I was good at talking to people.
Okay.
Yeah,
Diplomat.
kind of.
Fair enough. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But you can't fix like your friend.
I don't know. We weren't really friends. He was kind of very
I gotcha.
focused.
Like coworkers, just acquaintances.
Yeah.
If Gamma is like you, do you think that Gamma is also human?
I have a feeling he's probably not, because here's another part of my theory. This guy says that Gamma's a god and that he's the only one that can make cars work. What if he really is the only one who can make cars work because he took his knowledge into the future and kept that knowledge and didn't teach anybody else?
Maybe.
Kind of like a cult, kind of like a crazy cult leader. And maybe because he looks different, they think he's some sort of god.
That is certainly an interesting theory. There's really only one way to test it. We should find Gamma.
I thought you were gonna go a different direction with that. Usually, you would probably say something like "take them apart," but
Well, that might be the right course of action once we meet Gamma.
That's step 2.
All right, fair enough.
I would, love to know that my fellow bots are doing okay, but I don't know. I don't know what to really think about Gamma being an engineering god. That's kind of weird.
The thing we probably should find this Gamma dude, but or gal, I don't know. I don't know these things, but Hermes, I feel like you got to be chomping at the bit to find your family.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying to make sure that I keep my priorities straight, make sure that we keep the group together, and that I don't necessarily just beeline into danger. That's what I want to do desperately. I want to go and see if they.
Yeah, we can do that first. That's fine.
I'll tell you what. If we were this close to my family, I don't know that I'd have that same kind of reservation.
Yeah, we can do that
the world's a
first.
strange place. I'm trying to make sure I don't go off the deep end.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I'm saying I commend you for your self-control.
I appreciate that. May look composed on the outside, but on the inside, man, it's a pinball machine. So just a bunch of lights and sounds.
Yeah. No, I
all
get it.
going off at once.
I get it.
Sorry, maybe not the best example with our mechanical friend here, but are you guys in agreement? Like, are you guys willing to do that? Head to my place?
That was the mission parameter that we set out with.
Okay.
My understanding is that we were going to collect the transportation, which we have to some degree, and then head to find your family.
All right.
Yeah, I think we got distracted a little bit, but I think we owe it to you.
I will say there is likely much to be learned from still much to be learned at the base, that if we return to it, we could certainly spend some time digging through the rest of the goblin hovel and see what else they've collected.
I'm
that
more
point-
interested in the Phantom. Interrupts the great Leo as he descends from the stairs finally.
Did you say phantom?
Yes, in your illusion.
Oh yes, that is true. There was an odd video effect that seemed to be humanoid in nature.
I think it's super worth checking out at some point, Leonardo. But with all due respect, our guy's family might be in trouble. So.
Yes. I wasn't exactly ever much of a family man myself, but
In the great words of Dom Toretto, fame.
Yeah.
The military base is also right now. There's a lot of attention on that place. If we do want to go back, it is best to let it cool down.
I think that we just go with the plan and go check out Hermes' house.
Let's go.
And how do you plan on getting there?
Well, we do have this saddle that we should be able to use to perhaps try to tame the Clombo.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense. I mean, I don't think the truck's getting us anywhere.
Hmm.
Not unless we find gas or Gamma.
Yeah, I can go talk to him, and with Kai's help,
Certainly.
'cause I don't
Go
really
talk
know
to
how
the
to work
Clombo.
the saddle.
Sounds like a plan to me.
I just need to collect some tools, and I start grabbing screwdrivers and other random tools from around Leo's shop.
And go ahead.
I will start heading outside with. Are there any fish around? Can I see any fish?
Can you see any fish? Like
Flying through the sky.
in Leo's, castle thing, tower.
yeah, so he's got
Are
like
there
a
any
big,
fish around?
Are you looking for living fish in a water tank, or are you looking for like dead fish in a refrigerator, like a fish market scenario. Like,
I'm gonna say either one.
'cause
We're gonna take his pet and feed it to the club.
take his fucking goldfish and feed it to the Clombo.
I feel like
I don't
I've
know.
read this adventure.
It's
path
probably
before.
less than advisable.
Yeah, there
Ro
is
is looking for
100%.
fish of any variety.
There's 100% a fish tank,
A fish tank.
like an aquarium.
Oh no.
Oh. Yeah, with a single fish in it.
Does Ro know
Don't
this?
do it.
This isn't Jungle to Jungle.
Don't do it.
Throwback.
Ro,
I was just thinking that
The
too.
guilt will eat you for the rest of your life.
But the Klombo will eat the fish.
Ro is going to kind of eye the fish tank, and turn back to Leo and say, "This yours?"
Oh, why yes. That's Michelangelo.
Oh, you named. That's.
Yeah.
You have any?
Finally got that full Michelangelo exactly where I want him. In a pen where he can't cause any trouble.
Real quick question, Leonardo. Just because like I don't fully understand all the things that are happening, is that like actually Michelangelo, or like is it just a fish named Michelangelo?
Yes.
Hey,
I was just curious if
Hey.
I could feed him to our pet outside.
Absolutely not. This is my pet.
It's also Michelangelo.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not.
it may or may not be or not be Michelangelo.
So it's just like Schrodinger's Michelangelo.
Who's
No,
on first?
It's Michelangelo's Schrodinger.
Okay,
You got it backwards.
gotcha. I'm really confused.
Yep.
Red's just gonna like walk out of the room at this point. I have no idea what's going
Do
on.
you have any other fish, Leo? Or where can I get some?
I mean, we
Um,
have some out in the fishery, down in the farm.
Can I suggest you talk to either Pedro or Chad? They both love to fish.
That's a good idea. And Ro's gonna leave.
Make sure you leave here before you try to talk to them, please. Like, go find them. Don't call them here.
Oh, he's trying not to have the kids in his tower right now.
No problem.
Much as Kainine X loves to invite them inside.
Ro is leaving to see if she can get some food for Klombo.
Yeah. So,
Bobo.
what is everybody else heading out to follow Ro in the hunt for Bobo food?
Well, yeah, I've got the saddle and I'm gonna head that way.
Nox is going to try to gather other provisions for the trip. Any sort of like food or anything that we could possibly take.
Oh, yeah.
That's like sustainable.
So if you would remember, the barn down in the main farm area is basically like a canning and jarring plant. That's where they like
Okay.
prepare all of their food that's going to be for long-term storage to like live through winters and shit. And like that's it was like kind of all like engineered
Yeah.
out of like old parts of farm equipment and stuff like that had been kind of re-engineered.
Was that the
by-
dude that Doc Sanguine and I just had a conversation with?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, great. Cool.
Last night? Yeah. Yeah, the
I
one
love
that the one who you owe a car
Slap.
to. You owe
And
a
a
car
horse.
and a
Did you slap-
horse. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
what
I
was
guess
his
I'll
name?
go try
Shoot.
Gilbert.
Gilbert, yes, that's right. Oh yeah, because I do Gilbert Gottfried voice for him.
Yeah.
or a
Sure,
very
yeah.
bad version of it.
Sure. Should we switch this? Should I go get the provisions?
He blamed you for losing the stuff because
Sure.
it was informed that it was the lootlings.
He
Sure,
liked
but
Nox.
I have. Yeah, but I also have disguise self. So like, if you'd like me to go,
You guys are
Or-
all standing in like the entrance of the tower having this conversation.
yes, yeah, we were saying to go right outside the tower.
I think I got it. I built some rapport with him last night, given, the news, and I think, him dealing with too many faces in the party, and he had a certain way of speaking when you were in the conversation, Kai. Like his face changed and like this tone changed. So I just think that like he's already annoyed with me like a little bit, but like he knows that we're trying to make it right. So I think going in there and be like, hey, we need some supplies to make, to venture out to go make this right will be a lot easier than be like, hey, look, your friend is here.
I
You know,
understand. He likes
he-
me too much. I get it. It's distracting.
Yeah. It'll be distracting. He's a very busy boy. Man,
Busy boy.
I don't
The entire time this is happening, I'm just angrily cleaning my gun. Like, I barely understand what's going on right now.
so I can go do that by myself.
Yeah. Okay. So Nox is gonna head down to the barn realistically, this is all in the same direction, right? You all had left the Colombo in the main farm area. So for reference, and I need to build myself a microscale version of this that I can pull up. So for reference, the road off of the highway that kind of heads south for a mile or so, about half a mile up is where the main farm area is, and it's kind of was initially a cluster of farm buildings. You've got like 2 big barns, and it's got a number of other like fields and things all behind it, and like a bunch of small buildings, and that whole area is kind of walled in separate. And then the wizard's tower is elsewhere. I'm gonna see if this fixes things. It seems like the stream is having some issues here. We're gonna just take a second and see if we can fix it on my end. I appear to be getting strong
Chris,
Wi-Fi.
I think we need to give Hermes canonical hiccups. That way, when you get the hiccups, it's not a problem. You can just work it right into the character.
Wait, are we still on stream right now?
Yes, we're trying to fix the stream. It's fine. I'm just
There's
trying
nothing
to-
wrong with this conversation for stream.
It's
No,
okay.
no.
I just hate that it happens. It's like,
It's just life, man. We all get hiccups.
no. Imagine having hiccups every day.
It's a lot, I'm sure.
Every day.
Mhm.
It's bad.
I can't imagine.
Every patient you have is like, oh, you got the hiccups? I hate when that happens to me. And I'm like, oh.
Are
I feel so bad because I never get the hiccups.
I know a way to fix it usually when somebody gets the hiccups, actually. I usually just tell them to hiccup for me. I go, can you hiccup for me? And they get a confused look on their face and like, just you wait, I'll be able to do it. And a few minutes later, they just don't hiccup. And they're like, and I'm like, you're welcome. Just kind of like
That's funny.
snaps their brain out of it because they're like, how do I hiccup? Just that little bit was enough to like, refresh Windows, so to say, inside the human body.
No, I get the weirdest look ever from my wife when I do get hiccups because it happens like literally never. She looks like I'm like dying or something because it just never happens. And so it's just it's a weird thing. So and when I do, it's exactly 1.
Really?
Yeah, and I never ever get hiccups. When I do, it's one hiccup,
All right.
and that's
I
it.
think we are back. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll give Nathan and Jordan a minute here before we come back. Yeah, it's not the it doesn't seem to be a network issue. It seems to be a my junky laptop that's doing the stream issue. As
So
far
wait,
as
is
I
the
can
stream
tell.
paused?
No, it's still going. I'm listening to
Okay.
it right now.
The
Just
stream
try
is
to
still-
see how the video's doing.
Yeah, the stream is still going. It's just
The video's not doing a thing.
video. Yeah, but it's okay. Well, actually,
I have a
Tuned
friend
in for
who's only
D&D,
thrown
but
up
you get tech time.
I have a friend who's only thrown up like 2 or 3 times in his life.
Oof.
So like if he's like not feeling good and I'm like, hey, how you doing, bud? And he says he threw up, I'm like, you threw up?
Yeah, like you're
I'm like,
really
oh
sick.
no, like code red. Like he's also my friend who I have to be like, dude, go to the doctor. Like
Yeah, I'm the same way.
he was describing some symptoms to me one time, and I literally was like, listen, I'm not a physician, but you sound like you have kidney stones. You need to go to the doctor. And he's like, no, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. He ended up having to go to the ER because he had kidney stones. And I was like,
Yep.
if you'd taken care of this like 6 to 8 months ago when I first brought it up to you, it probably wouldn't have been as bad. No.
Bill, I
We
don't.
still have-
The video
have
still
audio.
looks the same, by the way.
right? Yeah, the video is still having problems, but
Moved
the
a little
thing-
bit.
The thing is, the video is doing fine on my Zoom, so
If you replay through it, does it still do it?
we can't. Don't.
I mean, I'm watching the stream right now, and even if I go back
Yeah.
in time, it looks like
yeah,
that.
I'm going to quit out of Zoom on that machine real quick and rejoin, which means I should. I'm gonna switch to the "we're gonna be right back" scene. Hypothetically.
It might not show up. Who knows?
Yeah, my the machine is kind of crapping itself.
Oh,
No. Okay, we switched to that, but the audio we're still sending audio because as soon as I
Gotta love tech problems. At least we accomplished our foot fight.
And we're back, folks! For anybody who's watching this after the fact, I will edit that whole section out, so you won't even know what the hell I'm talking about. It'll just be a jump cut. So, I was just describing that the overall layout of the kind of farm complex as a whole of Piccolilli Farms, at the northmost end is the primary cluster of buildings. It's essentially the small village. It's realistically nowadays, Piccolilli Farm is the local village of about 20 people that originated as a group of farm buildings, the barns and the various chicken coops and things like that, and a number of fields and pastures that lead down to the riverbank. Nowadays, the place has been somewhat fortified with tin, metal, and like sheet metal walls having been constructed around the entirety of the pastures and farm area, as well as the cluster of buildings with a big old gate in front of it. Further up the road, there are an additional 2 structures. The first of which was the church, a small old, actually like very much like a historical stone church that's like super old school looking and pretty much looks basically medieval. And then, of course, the third and last building is the Great Leo's Tower, which is where we've been staying and where Kai9X, spends his time when he is at home, outside of going down into the village and stuff. So we've really kind of got the layout of, you got the crazy wizard who lives up the road in the tower, who like builds shit for the town, and then there's the kind of town folk who have to deal with the cuckoo-ness of the wizard because he kind of gives them utility and such. But they're of course all sorts of cuckoo in their own right. And so the group proceeds to head down the road towards the village. As we get to the main courtyard area, we split off where we see the Klombo running around and frolicking in the field with the 2 young gentlemen that are so fond of Kai9X. You referenced their names just a moment ago, and
I did.
My space cadet brain has suddenly forgotten them. So if you would...
Pedro and Chad.
Yes, so we've got Pedro and Chad. Thank you all to my fabulous players who take notes. Love it. So, you see Pedro and Chad running around playing with the Klombo as he chases them and pounces and frolics in the fields, off in the distance. We'll start off following, I assume you guys are heading into the field, and make your way to the Klombo as Agent Knox peels off and heads into the barn that is now the food processing, canning, and jarring plant.
Okay. As we approach the Klombo, Kai is gonna stop, hand the saddle to Kurt, to Rev, and say, maybe you should put this on.
Why's that?
I'm afraid he's gonna think I'm a snack.
I think
Well, maybe
he
we
would
should.
think I'm more of a snack than you are. I mean, I don't mind, but
Maybe we should slow down and Kai, can you ask Chad and Pedro to maybe find some food for Klombo?
Oh, certainly. Boys, our new pet, is it a pet? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Sure.
Our new beast of burden needs some sustenance. Would you be able to provide some food? He specifically seems to be pescatarian.
Oh, wait, sorry. Me, the DM, forgot that I was potentially involved in the scene as I thought you guys were still approaching.
Yeah, I was
totally
asking
tuned you out. Totally tuned you out while I was playing AV technician.
No problem.
split
I was
second
just
there.
asking the kids for
Yes.
to get us
Yes.
food.
Yeah, I'm realizing that now. I was getting there in my brain. I just had to catch up to what you were saying and realize you were talking to me and not the others. And the kids go, "Oh, well, we have to sneak out. Like that river's no good. We have to." And you guys remember that the river that's on the edge of this farm is that blackened river that you had crossed. That the trolls were guarding. That appears to be like some sort of black sludge and corrupted. And I believe it was it Rev who jumped in? Somebody touched it and it hurt.
Yeah.
Was it me? It may have been me.
It might have been. That might have been me.
Feels like a me thing.
I believe we knocked one of the trolls into
Yeah.
it, and somebody jumped in after it to try to. They're like, "Well, the troll seems to be fine," but of course the troll was adapted to it.
No, I think Rev just went down below towards the very edge of the
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
river
yeah.
to
You
try
tried
to lure
to
him
head
towards him.
Yeah. You tried to head it off, and then like at the river and bait it, and touched it to see, and decided that you guys realized it was a no bueno no touchy type of toxic river.
How long do you need?
How
Oh well, I mean, if you want them fresh, I mean, we gotta head out now, but we still gotta, we gotta head to that stream that's off to the south.
Do you have any that are not so fresh?
And the two boys look at each other, like argument. Come on, and like they lean in and start whispering, like, okay, so what? But I really. We can offer you 30 not so fresh fish.
That feels like.
Sounds like
I
a-
turn around with this big smiley face on, going, I think that's good.
Ah!
That'll probably suffice for now.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure we'll need more later, but
We'll
Okay,
figure it
we
out.
will take the fish, and in exchange, I will provide you. And I reach into my slew of random things and pull out a comic book that I have gathered along the way and say, I will trade you this for the fish. You must be careful not to crease it. I am under the impression that the value of it goes down if it gets creased.
that is true.
He's not wrong.
Two of them suddenly like stare wide-eyed and look at each other. Uh-huh.
Hand over the comic book.
These it matches the collection.
That is correct.
Collection. And they're pointing to like the volume number. They clearly do not know how to read at all, but they're like, we know that the numbers go with the ones that we already have.
Yes.
Like, we don't have this number.
I need to leave town for a while, but I promise to read that one for you when I return.
Yes. And they like run off. Okay, we gotta go at it.
Can we have our fish?
And yeah, and as they start to dart off into the distance, is like names again. Sorry.
Pedro and Chad.
Pedro and Chad.
Yeah. Chad is definitely the one who does it. Chad smacks Pedro in the back of the head and goes and gestures, and Pedro comes running back. Everybody, close your eyes.
You know that I don't have eyes.
You know what I mean, Kai. Sorry. You know what I mean, Kai.
Okay.
Sorry, I forgot. I forgot.
They're kids, yep.
11 years old.
Grown ass man.
Actually, no. These ones are 9. Probably 9 and 10. We'll say. If I said a different age in the past, that's what it is now. It's canonical now
Love it.
because I've done more world building in the past 2 months, and they're 8 and 9.
8
Or
and 9, got
9 and 10. That's what I just said. I said 9 and 10, right? That was what I said first.
Yes.
9 and 10.
I'm gonna write that down so we know it for next time,
9
because otherwise
and
it'll just
10.
keep
Yeah, I'm
changing.
writing that down too.
Pedro is 9. Chad is 10. For those who
going
are
in the
listening at
notebook.
home.
I'm gonna make a compendium of all the characters and send it to you.
I made a channel in our Discord. Just type it
Yeah,
in there.
I know. That's where I'm gonna put it.
Yeah, we just didn't want to peel behind the curtain for the folks at home. It's the compendium. It's the character compendium.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So page. Do you all close your eyes or cover your eyes?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Everybody,
Sure.
give me perception checks. This is a sound perception check. I don't know if you have anything relevant to that, but.
I got a
Take
15.
21. 21.
Got a 5.
15, baby.
Ooh.
I always see this stuff, but I can't leg wrestle for crap.
All right.
What were those rolls, bro?
Despite the low frame rate, we got 9 people watching, folks. I hope the sound is a-okay. I think it is, because the music sounds fine.
Okay.
Anybody who got higher than a 20 will get more details, but everybody can just kind of hear him kind of like running off into the distance, scurrying, and then like some rustling sounds. I think it was Rev who got the 21.
Yes.
So Rev, you can tell that he ran off about 50 feet to where you guys had seen a little bush, and it sounds like a sort of dampish peeling sound, and then you hear a sloppy scoop,
Okay.
and then another and then a plop. This one's a little bit not a wet plop, not as wet as the sloppy scoop.
This is
And
Nice.
then you hear the footsteps running back. Rev can tell exactly where it was and heard all of the noises. Everybody else really just heard him run off into the distance and heard a sloppy, splashy, scoopy sound, and then the footsteps coming back. And see that he has in his arms what appears to be a blob of dead fish that have congealed together, and realistically, actually, on his way back, you all could smell it approaching from the moment you heard that splashy sound.
Can I
that
open my
has the
eyes
si-
now?
that has the same texture
Yeah,
as
you
the
can look
eggs
now.
I made this morning.
Yeah, somehow this is way different.
We're
Oh, this
making
is
a stink
perfect.
bomb, but don't tell Dad or Mom; they'll both be mad.
Your secret's safe with us.
I'm telling.
Everybody make a Constitution saving throw, except for K9X.
I was kidding.
Yeah, being a robot.
Constitution saving throw. I got a 21.
All right,
Good 20.
and Ro got a 21. And what did Nox get?
He's not there.
Not there.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Good call. Yeah, you all. It act surprisingly like you managed to hold in the overwhelming urge to vomit all over the place, and once you kind of push past the initial disgustingness, it kind of gives off a sort of like fermented-y kombucha, but also fish smell.
Boys, do you have more of this?
Chad has run off with the comic book. This is
Oh,
just
sure.
Pedro now, who has come back and
Sure.
is providing the fish.
Pedro, do you have more of this? I'm going to be traveling with these other humans for a little while, and I feel like we should this would be helpful for them to have for breakfast in the morning.
Ooh, no, Kai, that's
no.
that one's not a good idea.
No.
Hi, what I have learned about humans in the very short, or yeah, time that I've been one is that there are standards for we have like a certain taste for certain types of food, and this is not it.
This one is not safe for humans to eat.
Yeah,
Right.
that
Fish
also.
any
In
longer.
this particular fashion.
I see. Well, traveling with humans is difficult.
Yeah,
It
you're
is.
telling me.
I think this will be good for Bobo, though.
So, as you say that, you all see that realistically, the moment that peeling sound was heard, and you guys heard the splashy, sloppy scooping sound, Bobo started dancing.
Oh, he's
Like,
excited.
straight up dancing, wiggling his tail.
Tippy taps.
You're actually hearing like, yeah, sure, tippy taps, except for their
Oh, I pictured. Yeah.
it's like timpani tippy taps, like dong 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 dong.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I will cut off, or Ro will cut off a not small, yeah, like a hunk of it, and kind of try to tuck it like a little bit, and then walk up to Bobo and make like, I'm gonna say sit, and I'm gonna make like the motion for sitting.
Give me an animal handling check.
I'm gonna pray that this goes well because this is our only form of transportation.
Is that a guidance?
That's a guidance.
Yeah, okay. Just sorry, I'm still here. I'm just leaning off camera so I can give everybody a picture of Bobo in a second here.
19.
Hey.
You get a D4 if you want it.
Oh yeah, roll the D4. Do it.
Sure.
Damn it.
It may matter.
Inspiration right there.
I feel like a 20 feels a lot better than a 19.
Is a little
Hey, there you
Oh.
go. 23.
That's
23. So
Guided.
yeah, Bobo immediately boom, boom, and just plops right down. His 4 rear legs are all hunched up, and his front 2 are like kind of upright, and he is like plopped and sitting. Of course, him plopped and sitting like that puts the top of his head approximately 25-30 feet off the ground, maybe a bit more.
Oh.
Actually, probably way more. No, yeah. Top of his head's about 20 feet off the ground.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna hold out this hunk. And see what he does.
So, as you hold the hunk out, he waits patiently. Sitting with his tail kind of dancing, like his butt's wiggling, looking down at you.
Go for it. Oh, should we put the saddle on now? Probably.
Yeah, I was gonna wait till he started eating, maybe, but
He might
yeah,
not
while
like to be
he's-
touched when he's eating.
Yeah, while he's sitting, kind of looking at Ro, I'm just gonna start slowly going behind it, but trying to be very obvious that I'm kind of walking there so not to surprise it. And then I'm gonna attempt to put the saddle on.
Who is attuned to the saddle?
I am. So I will aid in putting the saddle on, since it's not going to work, since the magic isn't going to work for Rev.
So you're
Suppose
going to
I'll-
aid Rev putting the saddle on.
Right. I will be there to help, and to utilize to activate the magical aspects. But Rev is more qualified to actually saddle this creature.
Like he physically puts it on there, and you go up and be like, boop.
All right, so you've got like a horse.
I move the microwave into the kitchen, and Kai presses all the buttons to turn it on.
I guess I could actually put you guys. Get you guys all there. I don't have an active camera. I'm going to have to take a picture and re-update it in a second, but that's fine. So, yeah, you go ahead and... So, Rev, exactly how are you attempting to put this saddle on him? Well, he appears to
A
be
hope, a
waiting for-
prayer, and
No. Literally, physically.
By the will of
what are
God.
you?
Yeah,
what are you doing physically? Yes, I know. I know hopes and prayers, and yeah. Thanks. Helpful.
Yeah.
in this
So
context.
I'm just gonna kind of like walk up to the side, and I know it's a little bit small, but I'm gonna try to like throw it on in a way that you would saddle a horse. So just kind of like throw it over its back and just try to put it in the middle as best as possible. And then I'm gonna look and realize that like
So you're gonna
the straps-
throw it up there.
yeah, just kind of like toss it up, and then as I do that, it's like obviously really high up, but I'm gonna really quickly realize that the straps that are coming off the saddle to like buckle it together are not nearly long enough, and I'm gonna like look at Kai.
I can help with that. We just have to adjust this pulley here, and then like an unreasonable amount of strap comes out of it.
Okay. I'm like, oh, that's where that was. I didn't realize I was there.
Yep.
And then I'm
It's
gonna
sort of
attempt to like,
pulling things out of my sleeve. Yep.
and then I see like Mary Poppins the strap out of the saddle. I'm gonna try to kind of buckle it around its belly.
Yeah. So yeah, as you get up there and boop, Mary Poppins it, as we have so eloquently described.
I like that.
The thing just starts to stretch more and more. I do have the original size saddle here somewhere. That's beside the point. But as the saddle starts to stretch and stretch, you see it almost like, with Kainai Nex's touch, it almost seems to metamorphose as it grows. Seeming to shift form from the leather traditional horse saddle that it was, almost taking on visual aspects of its attuned character, and starts to appear to be almost like forming into this kind of like large sort of scrap metal harness looking thing that once it finalizes and finishes growing and being kind of wrapped around the Klombo, it really doesn't look too terribly much like a saddle you could actually ride on, but rather this kind of big metal harness on the back that you see four kind of like big like clamps, like two on each side up on top of him, like these big like rusty metal clamps.
Okay.
Perfect. Nailed it.
Yeah, that was weird. Did you know it was gonna do that?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Everybody else, give me an insight check.
You don't need one. I lied.
I totally believe him.
Of course you do. Of course you
I got a
do.
16.
If you get a 5, you pass on the check unless you willingly fail.
I willingly fail. I would never believe that Kai would lie to me.
Aw.
Never. Never, ever, ever.
No.
Rose just gonna kind of giggle and then drop the hunk down, and yeah, and then I'll be like, okay, go ahead, Bobo.
And it's gone.
I have to
Easy
say,
go, boy.
this magic gives me some ideas. I'll have to ponder on this.
Do you mind sharing with the class there, Kai?
I'm wondering if I can follow the same sort of transmogrification of the saddle on bits. I'm wondering if I can reallocate bits as parts and use the modifications to make bits into a mount.
I understood some of the words that you said separately, but together, I have no idea what you're saying. But I'll trust you that you know what you're doing.
We can talk more. We can talk more about it later. I still need to ponder it.
Fair enough.
Rose gonna go grab the remainder of the fish product.
Yep.
And I'd like to spend. I have cooking utensils. I'd like to spend a little time trying to create almost like little sticks of like, you know, like the dried fruit almost like.
Yep, I know exactly. what
Yeah,
you're
I want to
going
create
for.
like dried fish sticks.
dried
kind of
fermented fish
Fish-
sticks.
Fish roll-ups.
Yes. Yeah, cut
Fermented
fish roll.
fish-
They're Bobo treats.
Cut.
They're Bobo treats.
Bobo treats.
Bobo
there we
treats,
go.
yeah.
Bobo treats. That's what we'll call.
I'd like to see how many I can make out of the
Yeah,
dirty
yeah.
fish.
Give me a cook's utensils, whatever it's called, check. I don't even know what to ask you for here. We'll say this is gonna be
Yeah.
it's gonna be dexterity and with proficiency, because I'm assuming you're proficient with cook's utensils or chef's utensils, whatever they call it.
Yeah, and I believe it gives me advantage on checks to cook, but I think it's one second.
Ooh, on the plus side, not gonna jinx it, knocking on wood, but the frame rate on the stream seems to have recovered.
Yay.
Good.
I'm wondering if Windows did something stupid and was like trying to update something in the background.
Probably.
I still need to get a better computer to do the stream.
Well, all this is going on.
Okay.
I'm still just playing with the slide of my gun. Just glad I didn't have to talk to Gilbert.
Just glad I
Okay,
didn't have
all
to
the
talk to
cooks-
Gilbert. Yeah. What was that, Jordan? Row?
All the cook's utensils really do is allow me to improve food's
Yeah, yeah.
flavor, and it's a wisdom ability.
Yeah. So what happens is, though, if you're using them for some activity, you can also I assume you're proficient with the cook's tools, right? That's listed under your
Correct.
proficiencies. Yeah. So anytime you're doing any sort of activity where cook's utensils proficiency would apply, you can add your proficiency bonus to whatever the check would be. So, like, hypothetically, if we're in some weird scenario where having a bunch of big chef knives and being able to like flip them in the air and throw them all hibachi style was a thing, you could get proficiency on that dexterity check because you've
Gotcha.
got proficiency with, even if it's something not actually even cooking related, but you're just using the cook's utensils to chuck them across a room at a thing or whatever.
Got it.
So you're
So in this
wanting me to do a
a dex-
dexterity check then?
Yep, and add your proficiency bonus to it then. Yeah. For
Oh.
ease of use, you can add it as a custom skill. Ooh, that's a 6?
I'm
That's
gonna
an
use
8.
my
Plus
heroic
8.
inspiration and reroll that.
Heroic inspiration to make more Bobo
Yes.
treats.
Okay.
That'll do it.
Yep. So
18,
that'll be a
20.
Yep.
20,
that'll be
20.
a 20 then. Yeah.
Yeah. So, with that, you're absolutely able to make another solid 14 Bobo treats, or I guess your first 14 Bobo treats. 2-week supply, if you're doing them on a one treat a day basis. I don't know who would ever limit their dog to 1 treat a day, but
We don't want to make Bobo overweight.
well, and this is fermented, so
So we also don't want to
We
get him drunk.
We don't want to
drunk or well, yeah.
Maybe we do want. Who knows?
I kind of want him to stay on his feet while he walks around with us on his back.
Listen, I said
Yeah.
drunk, not blackout drunk.
Yeah, so you're able to get them all taken care of and have those treats rolled up, and with the 20, you're even able to quickly acquire some big old like flat leaves from along the riverbank and such, where it's kind of more so wild plants and stuff, but you're able to roll them all up so that and tie them up so they're in like the nice little packages and everything, and it's not just a bunch of loose fish rolls. Only takes you about 10 minutes to do the whole thing with that roll.
fish by the foot.
Ugh.
All right, guys. I made
Fish
Bobo
by
treats.
the foot.
That hurts.
Who's that, Ro?
And Pedro does say, while Ro is doing all of this, Pedro's like, yes, we do have more to K9X, because I forgot he never actually answered that question. Because you were saying how you wanted to bring it along, and then we all got distracted with
Well, I was going to bring it along for
offering
the
it to Bobo
humans
instead.
who
Right.
told me they didn't want it for some reason. I don't
Yeah,
know.
and you all have been, and then he's just been kind of sitting there watching the whole process, and he's like, "Yeah, we do have more, but they're for our stink bomb."
I think you can hold on to him for now. We don't plan on being gone for more than 2 weeks. We'll be back.
So
And as okay, we'll try to make it bigger between now and then.
We would appreciate that.
Big stink bomb.
yeah, collect as many fish as you can. Good fish, not the
Stay
black
safe
river
though
fish.
for sneaking away.
If
Mm.
if we'll make all sorts of stinky fish for you if K9X can bring us more comics.
I will do my best. You know, I can't promise. I don't know what's going to be out there.
We need to know what happens.
But he can read the current ones you have.
And with that, he takes off to go look at all the pictures of the new one. And K9X, you would absolutely know that they like to make up their own dialogue and fill in their own gaps in what's going on.
Sure.
Well before you get a chance to actually sit down and read it to them.
Love that.
Really, really cute.
Wonder how
All
Knox
right.
is doing.
And exactly as you say that, perfect transition. As we cut back to Agent Knox, stepping through the threshold of the barn. Ah, they're back. Or I guess just one of you.
Just me this time, Gilbert. How you
that
doing?
doctor's a coward, isn't he? Can't face me.
You shook him up. I don't know what to say. It's
Damn straight. Treating me like a
you
kid.
know, his tone was a little uncalled for. But I don't want to waste your time. I'm here on business. We are adventuring out again, and we are in need of some provisions that are sustainable. So any canned food. I know I'm asking you for a lot, and I'm coming here empty-handed yet again, but we have to go back out to make recompense for what we did wrong anyways. We can't go back out if we don't have any food to survive out there. So, again, asking you for a favor. Can you give us some food?
Well, we do have some goods in our need to recycle the jars bin.
Sounds tasty.
Yes, I'm sure they would be delightful for you and your group. And as he says this, you see one of the other two people who has been kind of like working and canning in the background. Come on, Gilbert. You know damn well everybody voted yesterday that they count and they get their own share just like everybody else. Why'd you have to bring that up? I voted no. Why should they get my canned goods when I voted against them becoming members of the town?
You know, Gilbert, I'm not going to take that personally. I get it.
Oh, I voted yes for you.
Oh. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
And I'll give you food, but not for the rest of those chuckle fucks.
Okay, well...
And then, Gilbert! What? You have to give him enough food for the whole group. You know they're heading out. And the charter says that we're obligated to give them at least 1 week's worth of food. Yeah, well, I wouldn't have signed the charter if I knew it was going to them. And he just kind of like sits down and pouts on the floor. All right, fine. And gets up and goes and starts filling you up a crate with like a bunch of cans of various like vegetables and produce from the farm. Also, actually, there's like canned fish and stuff in there too.
I was gonna ask if there was any. They have a fishery. If there was any like canned fish that could come in handy.
Yeah. So they got some canned fish, and there's also even like some canned chunk chicken.
Sweet.
That's really the only. Those are the only two meats they've got at this point in time.
That's more than I thought I was gonna get. I thought it was gonna be like labelless cans that are unmarked.
If we got anything, honestly.
They're all.
I'm gonna like take the crate. Well, Gilbert, I appreciate your transparency and honesty throughout everything. You know, you don't really seem like a bullshitter, and I respect that. Is there anything you would like for me to keep an eye out for while I'm out there, besides, you know, the new horse or retrieving your old horse and a new carriage?
Anything to keep an eye out for? Why, yes, there is. Do you remember what a KitchenAid is?
I am familiar with. I believe are they the mixer?
Yes.
Like the big heavy metal ones?
Yup, those are the very ones.
Okay, that's I'll keep my eye out for that. That seems. Do
You
have
know
a-
how hard it is to make cakes right now?
Nope. I don't know how hard it is to make cakes at all. I've never made a cake.
Especially with my arms getting weaker as I keep getting younger. I used to have strong, muscular teenage arms. I could whisk it all day.
All right, that I would hate to lose the ability to make myself cakes if I knew how. So I sympathize with that.
You bring me a kitchen in and I'll teach you.
That sounds amazing. I do have to get back to my party. Thank you for the food. Keep an eye out for KitchenAid.
You've like been trying to leave for the past
Yeah, I'm
5
like taking a
minutes.
step
like...
back every sentence. Like...
And you finally make it back out the door, just in time for Ro to have finished.
Dash away. Just
And the rest of the
just
group.
immediately, as soon as like the conversation, just I'm gone. Just-
Yep, just in time for the rest of the group to have just finished what they were doing and made their way back up into the main farm courtyard or main farmyard. What I don't know what you want to call the area in between the cluster of buildings.
The common?
Sure, the common, the Piccalilli Common. There we go. Done. It's canon because K9X decided to name it finally.
Yay.
Finally, I didn't know we were waiting on that, but you're welcome.
And adverbs make things sound better. So, back
I'm still
Piccalilli
stuck
Common
on
with
his
the whole
teenage
group.
arms whisking it all day.
I was so glad I'm muted. I was like, I'm so glad I'm muted right now. I'm losing my shit.
Oh goodness.
Oh my god. From the very beginning, I was like, I'm gonna have to mute. Like,
I'm surprised it took somebody that long to say something.
it was so bad. I was like,
Okay,
ugh.
so we now have a Klombo with some sort of weird saddle-y looking thing made out of various bits of scrap metal and straps and chains that appears to have 4 large brackets or clamps on the top of it in kind of a big old, like a rectangle configuration. And the group has now made their way back together. What are we doing from here?
I'm gonna like kind of slow down as I get towards the party and like walk up like very composed and just be like, that Wilbur guy really likes to make cakes. Did you know that guy?
I mean, they bake. I'm unfamiliar with the difference between cake and bread.
While I'm playing with the action right gun, I'm gonna be like, was he talking shit? Gilbert.
That line of questioning is unproductive to the current task, so
Okay,
we will talk about
fair.
that on the road.
Wait,
I'm
wait.
gonna show everybody like box of provisions. We were
Job.
voted like members of Piccalilli. Like, I guess they took a vote while we were gone, and so we get part of the rations for like the canning.
Oh,
Gilbert didn't
that
wanna
means
give-
they're gonna try to claim part of our loot.
I was gonna
I
ask
suppose
you
that
where
makes sense.
where the other side of that is, because nothing's free. So, but if we're partaking, it makes sense that we help provide, I guess.
Yeah, for context, K9X already does this. He brings stuff back and gives it to Leo to build stuff for the town.
It's
I do
helping
have
to
a
you.
really important question. Knox, good job, by the way, getting all these lovely additions. Kai, have you ever tried to eat?
I do not know how I would do that. I suppose I could stick it into my disk drive.
I feel like you might be able to fit like some
Just
bologna in there,
like-
you know?
What
like
the logistics of your suggestion are bordering on nonsense. I don't understand how. What would the food do once it passes the edge of my chassis?
well, that I don't know.
I would just
You
be
gotta
stuffing. I would just be stuffing meat particles into my disk drive. That would get in the way of the laser that is used to read the
Yeah,
disk.
well,
But bologna's in the shape
But
of a
it's like a
disc,
floppy
it could
disk.
Just be like, "Meh."
It's nature's
I
floppy
suppose that's
disk.
true.
He will probably smell like cooked bologna if we put bologna in his disk drive.
I mean, there's worse
Probably
things to
what's gonna
smell like.
Don't put bologna in his disk drive. Got it.
It might get
I
a
feel
little
like
slimy.
that's also like that's a like in the safety of the tower experiment to do, not a we're heading out on the road. Let's shove food into the robot.
I wasn't gonna shove food in the robot. I was just curious.
Okay.
And
Nox always
also,
keep us on track. I respect it.
is that something? Did you ever deal with like fixing? I mean, you fixed Kai before. Did you ever deal with like robot at Sanguine?
No, it was mostly like field work, so I dealt with like security systems and
Oh,
like locks and
Hmm.
you know, like mostly like localized systems. So it was never anything like robotic. It's he has like crystals in the back. I had no knowledge of what I was doing. It was just like this looks broken.
Hmm.
Replace the broken ones.
Yes,
So that wasn't me understanding robotics at all.
we should
That makes
we
sense.
should at some point spend some time discussing your technique. If you continue to put my gem needed for locomotion into my cognitive processing slot, I'm going to end up frying both.
right. That makes sense.
One of those is a positive. Right.
I won't do that.
Well, it's understandable. You can't. I can't expect a human to tell the difference between a 6.25 millimeter and a 6.24 millimeter gem slot, but it's very important.
I will make sure to note that. I should probably learn a little bit more when we have time.
That's kind of what I was getting at. It might be useful for you to explore that talent that you have.
Hey Kai, do you think you could project directions towards my house if I gave you the address? Once
Certainly.
we're all riding on Colombo, on Bobo.
Certainly.
Okay.
Wait, actually, according to the rules we came up with, no.
Oh.
The
So
the frame
my-
of reference for the we still have to discuss
Yeah.
how frames of reference work for minor illusion.
Frame of reference for minor illusion being a cantrip is the planet.
Right, is the planet. And so no, I can't do what we did in the car because that doesn't work.
What you could do is you could repeatedly make it show up every 6 seconds of like several feet in front.
Yep.
But you have
With,
to
like,
keep
a
doing it
frame
every
rate kinda.
right. It is still going to be in every 6 seconds you can cast a new version of it.
I'll just give directions to Pants. It's okay.
I think we kind of have to do this the old school way.
If you, however, have some slightly higher like level spells, or you want to use a spell slot to cast one of the illusions that you're able to move, then that totally works.
Nah, it'd be a waste. I can just do it the old-fashioned way. I printed out the map quest. Don't worry about it.
Printed out the map quest.
So how's
Alright.
how's this going, everybody?
That's what I'm
Oh.
saying.
Seems like he's
Good.
eating. And
I mean,
did you build a What is that?
Let's say yes, and it's our it's going to be our saddle. As they say, mount up.
I made snacks too for Bobo.
Those smell horrendous.
Oh.
I'm immediately going to start playing Regulators from the midnight from the early 90s.
Regulators. There we go. If Chris does it, we won't get in trouble for playing the actual track.
Right.
And
Let's go.
so what is our immediate plan though?
We're
all
gonna
saying let's go.
Supplies.
we're gonna hop on the Klombo with our stuff and head toward where Chris
So there's
where
no seats.
Where I live.
we'll hold on tight. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean we don't have
Right.
really. I don't really have another option for us.
Give me a. Everybody. We're gonna do. It's gonna be some type of intelligence.
We lost
check
somebody.
here.
We lost Rev.
Oh, we lost Rev.
Want me to hop on with a blank phone for the sake of?
I have a quick.
Usually pops
alternative.
in within a second. So.
There he is. There he is. We're good.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back.
I was
No.
gonna put.
Sorry.
There
I was
we go.
gonna put my fake one in its place.
Gonna edit
but
that
yeah.
out too.
So everybody go ahead, and it's going to be an intelligence check. I'm trying to decide what type of intelligence check, if any. I will say you all can do... Ooh, this is weird. We're just trying to look at those brackets, or those clamps, and see if we can figure out anything about them. So if you want to pitch me any particular skill or proficiency you have that might help you know more about these sort of like mechanical clamps that seem to have appeared on as part of this saddle's magic. So it's definitely not
What a-
saves.
Driving check.
No, not a driving check.
All right, so what are you doing? Perception?
It's definitely not
Arcana?
perception. It's going to be it's intelligence. I could
Nature?
definitely not Arcana.
I'm thinking
This
investigation.
is more like mundane. Yeah, maybe investigation, or I would say like more along the lines of engineering than anything else.
Right. I don't think there's really a skill in D&D's set
History.
for that. But if you're looking for just like
Yeah, I'll
why
say
would we-
investigation or history would work.
okay,
Just rolled intelligence.
Or intelligence if you're not proficient in either of those.
They're all the same.
oof. Sometimes you roll low.
Got a 19.
Yeah.
Ooh, real low. You got a +6 on that.
So actually, yeah, and
Dummies.
this 100% makes sense that Dr. Sanguine would do well on this check. I don't know why Rev did well.
I got
on
18.
his.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe Rev's just changed a hell of a lot of tires in his time.
I volunteer at a garage.
But these clamps essentially look almost literally almost like wheel hubcaps with like these big kind of clampy screws, and they appear to be spaced as though you could straight up mount the axles of a car to them. Like they're spaced apart, like you could literally strap a car or bolt a car to the top of this thing.
So we could take
No.
the no, I wasn't thinking the Humvee. I was thinking the body of the truck that
Truck.
is that got left
the
up on
wagon?
blocks by the lootlings. Right, it had the tires stolen and everything else. It was stripped down to just being like
Yeah.
the metal frame.
Oh,
Just sit it right on top of there, and then sit in the chairs left, that the truck provides.
So like essentially mounting a platform with the clamps and stuff that are.
Yeah, you're essentially mounting the truck body onto the platform, and then using that as a.
So
How
we're
do we
essentially
get
in
it
an
up there?
archer tower that's on top
I don't
of
have
an ollie box.
I don't know the. Hold on. There's problems with this plan. The first one is that the truck is back at the base. The second one is that I don't have a crane. Like how are we gonna get the body of the truck up onto a combo?
Yeah.
Like
They're not light.
also none of this
If
is
only-
fast.
If he sits
If only we had a
down-
way to lift things that were not light.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying that as though it's something that I should know that we have, but I don't know what you're referring to because I don't have a way to lift anything that is that heavy.
Oh, is there a crane
I don't know.
on the tower?
I might allow some bullshit.
Does
We
anybody
could-
have some?
We could have
bullshit?
Colombo. We could have Colombo
Very
pull it to
inviting.
the top of the bridge, and then go underneath the bridge, and we just push it off.
So, like, just
You're gonna
drop
drop
a
the
truck on Colombo?
Drop a truck on.
Mostly
Also,
when I
remember,
meant
it doesn't
bullshit,
have
I meant there's
wheels.
somebody here who likes to propose bullshit that may or may not have an ability that they wanted to use earlier in some bullshit, and I said no.
I can't lift a car body.
You can try. Not with that attitude, you can't.
Let's go, Rev.
I mean, I get into-
Let's go, Rev. Let's go, Rev.
Rev, you're like 9 feet tall.
But,
Like your
I'm not,
arms
I'm
are
like-
the size of
I'm
car
like 6
tires.
feet.
Listen,
I'm like 6 foot.
but
if we can get Colombo to sit, it'll almost be like a ramp, right? And we can just like push it up the ramp.
It's on blocks.
It does not have wheels.
Oh,
Humvee
yeah.
it is.
I mean,
Let's do it, folks.
the Humvee is fine, but we
Yes.
have to take the wheels back off, right? So the thing we're mounting it to is basically hubcaps, basically wheels. So we're gonna have to take the wheels off to attach the axle to the clamps.
so
Oh, I thought it was clamps that would clamp onto.
So the clamps are essentially hubcaps,
Do
So-
the
but they have
Because they
they
just
have
go over
they
the
have like
entire
little like you know,
Is
think
this
like a clamp on a
adjustable?
table.
is this adjustable in like a front to back situation? Because
Well, it is in that it's magic and it's the size that
Yeah.
we
It's always
make
front to back.
it.
because
Yes,
wheelbase is pretty individual to vehicles. So it's just,
That is true. If you want to go do a proper measure on the wheelbase, you're certainly welcome to. But you could. So they definitely adjust widthwise, right? Because there's literally like a big like a screwing bolt. Like if you had like a table clamp, you know.
Guys, this is basically two vices that
does-
hold on to tires while you're transporting a Humvee inside of a cargo plane. So I'm assuming it clamps onto the tires and keeps it in
It
place
does
while the
not.
plane's in
So,
motion.
so
No?
It's
Oh, okay.
not the tire. It's not the clamps that clamp onto the tires. It's literally like hubcaps. Think
Yeah.
like if the hubcaps were already on those
Yeah,
clamps.
you keep saying hubcaps, but what you really mean is wheels.
rims.
Like
Wheels,
take
sorry,
the wheels
wheels.
off.
Okay.
It's the
Rims.
wheels.
Okay.
And
'Cause I was
then
gonna say,
place
hubcaps
at
are
the end
attached
where
to
the wheels.
Somebody else
actually
said
attach.
hubcaps, and yeah, you're right.
what,
You're right.
what
you're
you
right.
were
I'm
referring
misspeaking.
to, what you were
I'm
referring
misspeaking. Yeah,
to
it's the
is
wheels.
rims.
Rims.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the wheels themselves.
Wheels is the rubber part.
Okay.
Rims
Oh.
is the
Okay.
that's the part you bolt on.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So that part. I'm a big car guy, if you can't tell.
I'm just having brain farts because I'm frazzled from technical difficulties tonight. So
No problem.
That was
So-
hilarious to listen to, guys.
Should we? Does anybody know what we should do?
I
No.
like that
No.
idea
No
of
idea.
having the Columbo, but
I like
think,
the DM likes to get Colombo to sit or get Bobo to sit and try to shove the thing up and on it.
And Archimedes would say, use a big enough lever and we can move it. You can move the world with a big enough lever. So all we really need to do is science this shit, right?
Give me
Get there.
a quick little history check. Kai 9X.
And Atlas shrugged with indignation.
I mean, with all
23.
of you guys, I think you
23?
can lift it.
Yeah, you remember for sure that you've got a series like a pile of like the folded like tin roof metal sheets just like chilling under a tarp over on the backside of the one barn.
Okay.
And you're pretty sure you could like kind of use that as a sled to help slide it up on.
Rather than be specific, what I'm going to say is I'm going to go collect some materials that Kai thinks would be useful for getting the truck body onto the back of this thing, including
So
some long
if we could
poles and
lift-
stuff.
If we could lift the carriage thing, wouldn't that be probably the best? Or are we gonna do the Humvee?
No, I think the carriage, the truck.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
So
Humvees
we'll-
are
we'll-
your
so we'll
working
just hike-
vehicle. There's
So
no
we'll
need to
hike
take
the
it
4
further.
miles to the west to where the bridge is, the overpass.
We're already
is
going
that
back
you
to the
guys
base.
No, let's work on one thing at a time.
Go ask Gilbert if he has another.
If he has another truck body that he'll give you,
Yeah.
ask Gilbert again for
Okay,
more
just pick
stuff.
We could just pick something up on the road.
That's true.
Just start
There's cars
walking east and
everywhere.
see what you find and pick one.
No, that'd work.
We could do that.
That's at least not out of the way, which is a positive.
Could just be a goal to work towards instead of something
Mhm.
holding us back.
Knox,
Yeah.
do you think you
Or-
could slice the top off a car?
So
With what?
I don't know. You
My
probably
gun?
Have you probably
For
have like
for
Knife
reference,
in
you
there
also
somewhere.
want to make
Find a convertible.
for reference you also do want to make sure that you have a way to be safe during the arcane storms.
I was
at
gonna
night.
say cover. Oh,
Mhm.
what
Oh.
I
was
I
just
like
trying
the
to
idea
get a
of him
truck.
with a knife trying to take the top off of a solid top car.
Give me a few minutes,
Good luck.
guys.
You remember that sword I owned for you?
You could
Yeah.
probably you
Remember
have
that again?
hacksaws, K9X.
Sure.
Just
I
seems like
a-
something Knox would be good at, doesn't it?
I've got on my character sheet
No.
just tinker tools as the
Oh.
as the answer there, because that is what I would call that. Like the collection of tools, and then
But you're also like at home, and Leo's workshop has all sorts of crazy shit,
sure,
and everything you could possibly imagine tools wise.
sure, and then what should we call the stuff I'm gathering? What,
Like a
scrap?
crane?
Yeah, scrap. Honestly, in this case, like Rev could, if Klombo sits, Rev could probably push it up and on, assuming you had like a surface to push against. So that's why I'm thinking, like, literally just put the
Mhm.
like use some of those metal plates just to get to the saddle, so that you're not trying to slide the base of whatever vehicle onto
There's-
it.
Road killing.
Or if you've
Bobo
got, or
trying
if
to
you're
mount.
doing, or if you're doing one that you guys find, you don't have to take the wheels off until you get it up there.
I say we just walk east,
And s-
find us a van like that first one we slept in, and get that right up on Bobo, and we'll do that.
we'll put a big old van on top of Bobo.
I don't know. I can't really shoot out of the
Yeah,
van as
I mean,
well.
whatever we find, bro.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
fine with that.
So, we just know that we have to make sure that we'll find some sort of cover before nightfall. If that be a van that we can strap to Bobo, fantastic. If not, we'll find out.
Just sleep in his mouth. He's big enough.
He might eat you.
Like
Maybe
Pinocchio.
he very well might.
Had worse.
As you say, you had worse. We proceed to head down the road, and everybody, go ahead and give me a. This is just going to be a D20. This is just a luck check from all of you to see whether you find the vehicle you're specifically looking for or wanting to find. We already know Ro has suggested trying to find a van to use.
I got a 12.
Currently winning with a 14.
A 14,
Hi,
a
dice.
13, a 12, a 2, and Revs is
Mine
not.
mine just takes its time.
Yeah.
It's
Just
coming.
chilling.
It's just thinking. Currently,
Doesn't look like it's gonna be good. Oh, maybe 16.
we're go-
Maybe.
like you've got the animation going
Yeah, it's just
and it's waiting for that. Yeah. If you turn
It's a
that
16.
animation off, it'll go instantly for us. You know that, right?
No.
Because
I don't know how to.
it's waiting until
Listen,
your
man.
computer has finished processing the complicated 3D animation before revealing it to you and us, because it doesn't want the spoiler to give up what that die roll suspense
Yeah,
is
fair
giving
enough.
for you on your screen. That's
I
what
don't
it
know.
means.
It's the only way we
I
get our
thought it was
cookie
just
facts
being
in.
bad. I
Listen,
just
you
now
took
put
away
the two
dice
and
from my
two together
hands.
on why dice rolls take so much longer for some people than others. I can't.
Yeah.
Okay,
I don't know how to turn it off. I would.
we'll talk after session.
Yeah.
Okay, so after that, yeah, Ro, K9X, and Rev, you all 100% find whatever vehicle you thought was necessary there. So Ro, you come across, after only like maybe an hour of walking, you stumble across it's not a 15 passenger, so it's not quite as big, but this one is a more this one's actually a Dodge Caravan.
Got one of those.
I was thinking Scooby-Doo's mystery bus.
Scooby-Doo's mystery bus. That's what you find. You see it about a quarter mile up the road as Ro points
Ooh.
out the minivan.
Raggy.
Can we find like a 69 Stingray? T-tops.
It's like a 1.5 seats.
That'll be so useful for this party. But it is directly in front of the Scooby-Doo bus.
This minivan looks comfy.
I don't know if you've ever been in a Dodge Caravan before, but
I have not.
It seems to be spacious enough to fit everybody.
Mm-hmm. And it probably won't be as heavy as that one.
Aren't vans used for like just moving cargo?
yeah. This one looks a lot like the one that.
Aren't people just cargo? Aren't people just cargo?
Things?
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Except for when
do you
they're
mean?
stopped.
Or just like
Anyway.
like, are there? Never mind.
There are seats
Oh.
in that van.
I'm gonna go around and look at the wheels on it. Like, are they inflated? Are they like? Does it look like it'll roll?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'll start setting up a little makeshift ramp to, that we might be able to use to load this thing onto the Clombo.
Yeah.
Are there any
I
like?
will work on getting Bobo situated into the
Are there
right
any
spot.
hills
Mhm.
nearby?
You're gonna try to like,
Kansas. So
I know.
there,
Aren't we
there
like
is.
Pretty
on the
flat.
highway?
You are
there's,
you
like,
are on a highway.
Highways often
Yeah. Yes. So there
are
are
elevated.
so this is not an elevated highway. There are numerous like bridges where there's like a slope down for a creek or waterway of some sort. There's also a handful of
traffic.
overpasses that go over top of this highway. But this one is the main highway, so it doesn't have any elevation changes itself.
I'm saying if we
but
can.
there are overpasses with like the
Yeah.
kind of hill
Berms,
transition-y berm, whatever it's called.
I'm saying if we
Yes.
can use Klombo to push the van to like a slight hill, then we can have Klombo downhill of it and make it a whole lot easier just to like bloop.
I don't think that's necessarily a bad
You need to
idea
do
if we
that?
manage it well. If we don't manage it well, what you're doing is making Clombo a jump, off of which we will be jumping
Oh no.
a van.
I don't mean like getting a head start. I mean getting a head start. I just mean like if this is the hill, instead of Klombo being like this and pushing up, we just push flat.
Yes.
I'm okay with
feel
whatever
like
we do
that
fastest.
May
We
be
could-
making extra work.
We can
The
try it here.
nearest, the
and if it
nearest
doesn't work-
overpass is a mile up the road.
Okay. Well, then
We
we
can
may as well
try
do it
here.
here.
Just try it.
All right, so what we're
I'm
gonna
just
do
not feeling super confident today.
is
Aw, Rev.
K9X, go ahead and give me an intelligence check, and Rev, you're gonna give me that athletics check.
Just straight intelligence.
Yes.
23.
Ooh.
I'll take a
Okay.
dirty 20.
You make
Ooh.
you do the math out K9X and look at the lengths of metal you have and figure out the perfect rise over run based on the estimated like mass of the car and everything, so that it's the super easiest, smoothest transition from the ground right up and onto Bobo's back. And Rev, you just give it a nice push and it just rolls right on up there almost effortlessly.
That was surprisingly easy.
I don't know why that was surprising. We used basic physics.
Yeah, but this vehicle's like 4,000 pounds.
You
Yes.
seen your powerful build lately?
Yeah. Hermes, we might have to like arm wrestle instead.
I don't know if you want to do that, man. Which way is the beach?
It's about 1,000 miles that way.
Or that way.
He's not wrong. I love this little guy.
Or that way.
Literally, you guys are like 3 different directions, but it's as far as possible from any proper. Technically, you could even go that way and get a beach if you want to
Yeah.
hit Lake Michigan.
Mm.
All right.
Okay, so
Well.
we've got a van on top. I'll take a moment to actually properly attach, like take the wheels off, attach it to the clamp. Do all the things that we have to do to make sure it's stably attached.
Yeah, and after about 10 to 15 minutes of work in progress, you absolutely get that Dodge Caravan clamped right up and on top of Bobo's back.
The next thing I do is I go in and I immediately start tearing out the last row of seats. It's entirely
last row?
unnecessary. Yeah, we don't need 3 rows of seats.
Dodge, a lot of
last
Dodge
Does the
Caravans.
caravan have a bench in the middle, or
No, a lot of them.
No.
two
a lot
sets
of them are
captain's chairs,
open.
right? Because it's 4,
There's only
right?
2 seats in the middle and 2 seats up front.
And
Yeah, we might want
And
the
then,
bench
and then a
back.
bench in the back.
But the,
Right.
the two in the middle, at least in mine, they fold into the floor and it just makes it flat, so you can just.
Oh, okay. Well, if they fold down, then
Yeah, this is
As
like a
soon as Kai
relatively
starts
modern.
doing that, we'll be like, Kai, what are you doing?
You just get in there. Do you start ripping them out, or do you start unbolting them from the?
unbolting them and then
Okay.
collecting the bolts to use later.
Yeah, you get halfway through the first bolt before people stop you.
Okay.
Be like, Kai, watch, and I'm just gonna like show him the like way and just fold it into the seat, put the floor back down, and it's just like flat.
Does the bench in the back do that too, Kurt?
It would, yeah, into the.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all
Into
of
the
the
trunk
back
space.
seats-
We have the same car.
We
all of the
also have a
back seats
Dodge
can-
Caravan.
Everybody's got a Dodge Caravan. Hilarious.
Yeah, we have a 2020.
Wait, you guys have cars?
Oh, sit.
So, all right. So with that, you've now got a quite configurable saddle, chariot, platform, vessel.
Vessel's
On
a
which-
good answer.
on which to ride Bobo the Clombo east into the dangerous world of the wild Arcane Storm Zone.
Yes.
That you had
I-
Nautilus.
barely managed to make your way out of safely before, where we know there are every night the place is absolutely flooded with arcane lightning strikes. While immensely dangerous and seeming to create mutated arcane spawn and creatures from what was in the area, they do leave behind magical crystals like the ones we've used in the past and are using now to power K9X and program him and such. How are we all orienting ourselves in this van as we all start climbing up?
I think I will probably hop into the driver's seat.
Driver's seat? Sure.
With my window rolled or I guess we can't roll the windows down, can we?
Are there windows in the car still?
Oh yeah, are the windows?
I pull
I
out
mean,
my
they're manual.
screwdriver and just go, this'll take care of your window real fast.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good idea to
Kind of interested to see
break
how
the windows out.
he means.
Yeah.
So you actually, the glass on this van does appear to be intact. All of it.
Is it manual? I didn't say what
not.
year it was.
Probably not. But if I take off the panel, everything's manual.
That's true. This is true.
There's
I
a
mean,
there's
don't
a there's a
we-
motor somewhere on the inside that has to spin a thing.
All right.
Yeah.
So what are we? So is that
I
what
just
we're
want to
doing?
be able to.
Or do we want to try turning the electronics on?
No.
No.
You don't want to roll that dice, literally?
I mean,
Good
what
on
was he
that.
gonna do? Turn on the heat or something, or the AC? Like,
No, I was
Oh,
trying
the
to roll the
windows.
window down.
Yeah.
Windows. I guess yeah. Why not?
Because it might explode.
Did any of the other things explode, or did they?
Yes.
Your car?
Yes.
My car didn't
Remember
explode.
when
It just
the
shorted.
cell
my phone
phones?
exploded?
Sure,
in
your
my
car,
face?
your car
phones.
just kind of fried and
Yeah,
fizzled
the cell
out.
phone exploded in
cell
his
phone,
face.
One cell phone exploded.
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
was
mean,
it
that
your
might have
cell
just been the
phone?
lithium-ion battery, but you know.
Okay, so here's the conundrum.
I mean,
We need
it's a
to be
Dodge
able to-
Caravan. It probably doesn't work anyway.
Jordan.
Shots
We need to be
fired.
able to
ahead,
communicate with Bobo, or direct him somehow.
As you say that,
But
you
also
see
we
a-
need protection from from any storms that might happen. So
So fortunately, the glass
Red.
isn't what protects you from the storm. The Faraday cage of the metal chassis does. But as you bring up the point about needing to be able to communicate with Bobo in order to help guide him, you notice that there does appear to be a pair of kind of almost like guidey little metal chains coming back from the top of his head, where there appears to be like a little harness. He's got these like ear horn type deals, and there's like a little one clamped around each side that you can use.
So we have
They're very nice
we
chains.
have
They're
reins.
not. Yeah,
we have
exactly.
reins
You do
to
have reins for him.
Okay.
let's break this front panel thing out.
the windshield.
Real quick
Windshield.
question about these like clamps that are attached to the wheels. They're just attached to,
The,
or are they like physically attached to each other in a way that they don't?
so
They're
the-
physically attached to the platform, and the platform is physically strapped
it's
to
strapped.
Bobo.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a saddle, but instead of having a seat on top, it's got these. Essentially,
it's
it's
all good.
a pair of clamps.
I was just asking because if they're attached to the wheels, theoretically the steering wheel could still theoretically move them. If they were
They're-
like in a way that was attached to Bobo to help steer, but if yeah,
Ooh, I like
So you had
that.
to remove. You
I
had
like
to,
that too.
I
So
don't
what
know
we'd
that
have to
that
do
would
is we'd have to take
necessarily move.
we'd have to take the reins and attach them to the wheels on each side, such that when you turn the wheel to the left
Mhm.
or to the right, it pulls on the rein. You know,
Yeah.
it pulls the rein with it.
You're pretty
You
sure
could
you
hook
could
up the
make that
sway bar.
happen, but you would have to do more engineering than you have time for right now.
Yeah, I could certainly whip something like that up, maybe while we do our next long rest or something.
that sounds good.
Or we could just punch out the windshield.
Do you want bugs in your teeth? Because that's how you get bugs in your teeth.
If we're going to take out anything, let's take it out whole so that it might be useful later.
Can we do
Or
that?
or this isn't going to matter right now. So I think unless we need to, maybe somebody should like sit on the hood and steer Bobo, because we could always like eventually even take the engine and stuff out or run them through the engine area up through like the steering column instead of busting out the window.
What if I fall off?
I just
My vote is
dismantling
is
this thing.
I feel strongly against breaking the windows out.
I
Me too.
think we need them for protection if we're going into the storms.
So,
Exactly.
Rev, did you say you're trying to like bring it up through the steering column, like in through under the hood and stuff, because you don't need the engine?
That was his.
Well, you
that
could
was his
take
way
the
to say it.
steering. So yeah, so either we could attach it to the wheels and use the steering wheel, or we could remove the steering wheel and just run it up through the steering column.
I think we can figure out the engineering later because
Later,
right now
but
we're
I'm-
going
I can
straight.
just say
Right.
Yeah.
My
We're
recommendation
going
was
east.
my recommendation is for right now while we're driving to like not drive from in the car, so that we don't have to break
I
out a window.
possibly-
Oh,
Yeah,
tuck
I don't.
myself in. Could I possibly tuck myself in front of the van, like
Oh, yeah.
where Flambeau's head is, and then just grab the reins from there?
yeah, absolutely. You could like sit on the hood or sit just in front of the van, leaning back against like the front grille and bumper of the van. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
do that.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah. So now we've got the answer to the question of how are we starting to orient ourselves climbing on this van
Or
to
later.
ride east. We've got Rose's answer after whatever time because suddenly it became an engineering question of how we're steering Bobo. So Ro is going to. Are you sitting on the hood, like leaning on the hood, or are you sitting in front of it, like leaning back against the van?
I'm probably gonna tuck myself in and lean against the van for safety.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you're like sitting on kind of like Bobo's shoulders, like his
Yeah.
neck is just down in front of you, and you're leaning back against the van. It is
Yep.
just. We'll see once I assemble this by next session exactly how much space there is, but yeah, there's definitely enough space for that. And you kind of like lean yourself back against the van. You're able to grab each of the two reins, and get yourself situated. And as you pick the reins up, go ahead. We're gonna be doing an animal handling check in a minute, but you don't need to do one for just picking it up. I just realized we'll wait until you actually decide to go somewhere with it. But as you pick them up, you do feel like Bobo goes, oh, like you see his head kind of like looks up and turns like a little bit, like oh.
I'm gonna give him some like between the ear, I guess, like scritches, little scratches.
Yeah. He's got those behind those like big feathers.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, so
there.
he's
I
got
don't know.
a like a plume. They're not really feathers. They're almost these kind of like fin things. They're kind of like big flowy flaps of I don't know exactly. Maybe they're feathers. I can't really tell. He's a weird creature, that's for sure. Kind of like a platypus in that he's like got traits of all sorts of different groups of animals. But yeah, so you scratch him behind and he goes, and like nuzzles back into your hand. And where's everybody else sitting?
I'm going to be in the middle section where we folded down the two captain's chairs, and I'm going to be tinkering on bits while we go.
Okay, yeah. Working.
I'll be in the front passenger seat, still playing with the slide of my gun, making sure the action works.
I'll just sit in the back, kind of watching whatever Kai's doing.
And Nox?
I would like to be on the roof of the van.
Hell yeah! Standing, sitting, what you doing?
Sitting, like
Sitting.
meditation stance.
Okay, yeah.
Or a bar. Yeah.
Like, honestly, like, we like train surfing this.
Yeah.
All right, so you're sitting like cross-legged meditation stance.
Yeah. Just enjoying the ride.
And as you start
Look like
to
that,
make your way east, everybody's settling into their on-the-road activities. Ro, would you like to give me the animal hand? What exactly are you doing to spur him on? There is a correct answer. I mean, you're doing the reins for sure, but there is a correct answer for what you say.
Oh, yip.
Ba-doop, 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 and off he goes.
That's a note we need to take.
Oh my god.
And Bobo the Clombo proceeds to start happily but also somewhat lazily trotting down the highway headed east at approximately 10 miles an hour. At this rate, it will take you 4 hours to reach the mall, and then another half an hour from there to reach Dr. Hermes Sanguine's house.
That's slow moving.
Yeah, it's not very quick, but we don't need to be quick.
Ro is going to be messaging the group constantly. So just like asking what they're doing, clearly doesn't want to be left out of anything. So like every few minutes, just, hey, what's going on in there?
I'm trying to tighten this bolt. It's a little bit stuck.
What bolt?
The bolt that holds on the actuator on the left frontal joint.
Do you need any help?
If you could just put your finger here.
Okay.
No, not there.
Oh, here.
Yes, that's the one. Thank you.
Okay.
Next time.
How long?
Hey,
Do you want me to?
yeah. Just hold it. I got this. I got this. I got this. Oh. Nope, that didn't work. Thanks, though.
It was this one, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I suppose it was. Keep working on it.
And this sort of thing goes on for about how long does it take you to do the work you're doing?
It's an hour to recast Find Familiar. So
Yeah. All right, so it takes you about an hour to finish, for K9X to finish the work that he's doing, while Ro is continually asking questions. Rev is not helping. So actually, because Rev is helping,
it takes me an hour and 15 minutes.
Exactly.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's having like having a kid help you cook dinner. You know.
I think we've all held the flashlight wrong while our dad's trying to work on the car.
I know exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah, so it takes you an hour and 15 minutes instead to finally finish converting a now medium-sized familiar, if you would like to describe what Bits looks like now at this point.
Yeah, so now Bits looks more like so before he was sort of a drone with like four like a quadcopter style drone. Now he's sort of I've turned those copter things sideways and added makeshift wheels to them and created what is essentially a little ATV that I can that fits around my base. So now I can ride in Bits as though he's a mount of its own. So I made myself a little motorcycle. Well, an ATV, 4 wheels.
Mechanically,
I'm using a deer stat block because they're medium-sized creatures that are CR0. So they fit for this, and I'm small mechanically, so I can use it as a mount, and so I now have made myself a Find Familiar mount.
Good.
Well, that's
Awesome.
cool.
Just like a
pretty
beast
sick.
ranger, like a halfling beast ranger having
Yep.
a wolf as their companion that they can then ride.
It's just still like autonomous though, right? Like you can.
Well,
it is an
considered
autonomous ATV.
yes, yeah, right. It has its own personality. It still talks, and it and also it can telepathically communicate with me.
Ooh,
And by telepathically, I really mean over radio or whatever, however we
Gotcha.
do it.
So you're looking more and more like Wally.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Got some like tractor and treads.
Got some real stuff going on here.
and as people are describing this all back to Ro, I'm gonna actually have another hour and a half passes actually. If anybody is doing anything else specific after K9X has finished his conversion, and now you've got a fucking ATV inside your Dodge Caravan.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismiss it to my pocket dimension for the mechanical people out there. And by that, what I mean is it sort of like Inspector Gadget's down into a folded space and then slides into my chassis.
Yeah, it does. Hell yeah.
Just like a slice of
Go
bologna,
gadget. Go
Yeah,
gadget.
exactly.
It's just like a slice of bologna.
Dimensions
like a
down
slice of
into a
bologna.
Hot Wheel size.
Right? It turns into a Hot Wheel size
Hot Wheel.
ATV.
Like that movie Red One.
Oh yeah.
And anybody else have anything specific else that they would be doing with the rest of this journey here? Any other?
I'd be scoping out through the windshield since I'm in the front passenger seat, trying to make sure we're
Sure.
clear ahead. Pay attention to what's going on.
Nox, is there anything?
Just
particular
annoying
that-
them with questions.
all the questions. Nox,
I'm
are you
taking
doing
a
anything
nap.
Specific with your meditation.
It's being disrupted by Ro consistently asking questions of everybody, and I don't think she realizes that I'm like right behind her.
So she keeps accidentally pointing to you, even though she's trying to point to other people. So you're hearing like, "Oh, Kainex, what are you doing next?"
He's trying to be
In
like,
my head, it's just
"Oh."
like,
Rev,
this is a true test of your like mental fortitude to be able to meditate while this shit's going on.
Give me a Constitution.
Rev, are you
saving
there,
throw.
Rev? Rev? Can you hear me?
No.
Rev?
You got a nat 20 on that con save. All right, perfect.
Rev's taking a nap. So he's not answering your messages.
And she's accidentally messaging Nox.
Yeah.
Instead.
She's
Oh,
saying
no.
Rev, but accidentally messaging Nox. Nox definitely still manages to focus on his meditation, does not reply to inform her that she's messaging the wrong person because, well, he's getting his meditation on and doesn't have time for that shit. Or trying. At this point, he's managed to successfully brush them off. And we are now 3 hours into our journey. Actually, kind of passing roughly the area of K9X's crash site. And Nox, in your meditative state here, because you actually passed that Constitution saving throw, something feels off. Bless you, Hermes. And
Diaphragm.
Nox.
A giant frog.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. You say a giant frog, and you're like, wait, no. Hold on. And you just are getting the distinct feeling that something isn't right in this moment, and you like snap out of your meditation. Give me a perception check. While everybody else
Hey,
is still
Nox?
kind of involved in their
Nox?
shenanigans and such.
Nox? Nobody's answering me, Nox.
15.
And yeah, you see that up ahead, probably about 100 feet at most, there is a quite tall tree and kind of like a slightly wooded area on both sides. Essentially, it's the same wooded area that, again, we know the wreckage of K9X's flying machine is in. But there's like a tree that you don't remember seeing there last time. And it's almost kind of shaking and quivering.
Okay, yeah, I'm finally gonna be like, Ro, shut up. That tree wasn't there last time. Tell everyone to be on alert.
I'm just gonna message him back on everyone be on alert.
Just him.
Sanguine, since you're specifically also looking out, trying to scope out ahead, go ahead and give me a perception check, but this one's going to be with disadvantage because you're inside the van. Ro is distracting. Well, not so much distracting because she's talking to...
Oh, I got a 21 and a 3, so I got a 3.
So you didn't
Ooh.
notice. And about 5 seconds after you hear Ro say, everyone keep an eye out in your head, Nox, that tree suddenly, with a creak, boom, falls over the whole way across the highway.
I'm assuming
Uh,
everyone sees that.
What was that?
Everybody hears it.
I'm
But
asleep.
most people are in the back of the van. Yeah, Rev's still asleep. Did not wake Rev up with that.
I'm gonna.
Hermes saw it. Rose
Rev,
saw
wake up!
it.
We got a tree across the road.
Kainai
I'm gonna hang-
I don't know what you've been doing since you finished
Just
your
5 more
finished
minutes.
I probably just heard
5
it.
more minutes.
Yeah, just heard it.
I'm gonna hang my head over the side of the van and like knock on the window. Say like, "Wake up!"
What was that?
Wake me up inside.
Why are we
So,
stopped?
Wake up.
Ambush tactic. A tree was thrown on the path in front of us. It wasn't there last time we passed here.
Okay, I'm gonna prepare myself and I'll try to shake Rev. What?
Are
I'm
we
gonna
there
stop
already?
Klombo from moving forward.
Guys, this might be a man bush.
And at that point, you're about. We go ahead and say, well, Klombo is now, or Bobo is 100 feet, or the tree is 100 feet ahead of Bobo as you stop, and everybody sees the tree lying the entire way across both directions of the highway.
It's all the commotion, guys.
Might be an ambush ahead, dude. Tree just came down across the road right as we were pulling up.
Klombo, sit.
Reminder, please don't message in the Zoom chat as it covers people's cameras.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
good to know.
That's why we use the Discord chat. I don't know how long Dr. Hermes' face has been covered on the stream.
Just briefly.
That was just a second.
Why don't we just go around?
It's a man, but
We're over. Isn't this thing like an all-terrain combo? Like, it's not
I was gonna say, you can climb right over it, right? But at the same time,
The tree that has fallen across the road is probably about a 4-foot diameter.
Okay, that's a
So
big
it can
honking
climb.
tree.
Right. That's why, like, he was like, no, that tree wasn't there before.
Right.
Like, you're not going to
Could we
notice a
maybe-
normal-sized tree. It's
I have one of those
significantly
in my
larger
yard.
than the other ones in the vicinity.
Should we maybe investigate before we try to go forward with Klombo? Oh wait, you guys can't hear me.
yes. Bro.
Curiosity
I can,
killed the cat.
I'm gonna duck down in the van and start looking around. I'm not peeking my head out of this thing.
You're ducking in the van and looking. What are you looking around at in the van?
I'm looking at the low-lying brush around us. If this is an ambush, they're gonna come at us from the
Okay,
ground.
so you're just ducking down, like, and peering over, not.
Yes, exactly.
I was picturing hitting the deck, and I'm like,
Oh no,
can't
not
see
lay-
anything. Like you're
not
digging
laying
in the
down, no.
carpet. Like, okay, yeah.
It's like looking
That's-
staying
for,
low.
for eyes
So
on the
we're
ground.
all like peering around, looking. You don't see anything off into the woods on either side immediately close to you. From y'all's vantage point in the van, it's a little tricky to see past Bobo's fins, at least kind of off to the side of the road ahead. And now that he's stopped, it's kind of settled down a little bit more. But you don't. Everybody, go ahead and give me perception checks. I was gonna say you don't see anything, but I'll give you the roll. I'll give you the roll. I'm not a complete
Wow.
douche. Only a little.
Oh,
God.
yeah.
We lost somebody.
Lost Rev again. Sorry, folks. The cameras will get reset probably in about 10 seconds. Just a guess. I could try to fix it before if he doesn't get here. Nope. That's gonna have to cover things even worse if I try to do that.
Ambush.
Ambush?
It's going.
It's a man bush.
All right.
I
So
prefer Kai's bush.
with those rolls, I need to roll mine. With those rolls, yeah. So you absolutely don't see any sort of movement. The place, in fact, is eerily silent.
It's quiet.
Like
Too quiet.
not even the typical forest sounds that were present last time.
Okay. I'm gonna cast message to Hermes Sanguine and say, "It's a trap." That's it.
Bro, gun it. It's a trap. I'm just ready.
I'm gonna make sure that, or I'm gonna try to get Colombo to sit so we can possibly get down if we need to.
Right, so
Nobody can actually talk to each other unless they're messaging, because all the windows are up in the van.
right, the windows are closed. Ro is outside the van. You have to
Yeah.
literally open the door. If you
Ro
want
and
to talk
Nox
to
are
her.
outside. Everybody
Ro
else
and
is
Nox-
inside.
You can't hear somebody
get-
on the outside of a van if you yell
I'm just
inside the
saying-
van?
I mean, you can, but it's hard to tell what they're saying. And Ro's also sitting on the ground in front of the van, not like right on the other side of the
Okay.
glass.
Yeah,
from you.
talking at a normal volume with the windows up, we wouldn't be able to hear them, and they wouldn't be able to hear us.
All right, we got Rev back.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree. Every check you out, you can substitute my own.
So wait, so what are we doing here? Are we stopping or?
I was saying gun it. Let's go, because it's
So,
an
to
ambush.
clear-
So if I need to,
So
I'll
you
pop
want
open the
to
door
tr-
and say gun it.
Okay, so you want to try to have Bobo run and jump over that?
Yeah.
I am
I
not
don't wanna be
going
in the
to
spot
gun
they
it,
want
even
us
if he
to.
says gun it.
Okay.
Because I don't think that Bobo will be able to make it over the tree.
I'm just surprised that we haven't been attacked yet. Like,
Yeah, we've been here for a while.
You
We've
actually
been-
haven't been here for a while. We've just been kind of slowly paused because sometimes
Kurt's gone.
camera. Because
Yeah,
Kurt's gone.
I understand.
So it's been about 10, 20 seconds tops since the tree has fallen. You yelled, guys, be ready, there's an ambush. Everybody took a look. You did your perception checks. Nobody's actually taken any action since then.
No,
Unless
I
you're telling
understand.
me
I have-
we're just
I have
sitting there
stopped-
waiting. You stopped Klombo, I
I have
remember
stopped
that.
Colombo.
And we're
yes.
100 feet
and
away.
Now,
And then at that point, Dr. Hermes Sanguine opens the door and says to gun it. And you're just like, no.
I'm gonna
which
look up
makes
at
sense to
Nox
me.
and be like, should I go toward the tree? Nox is outside, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nox is on
Welcome
the
back,
roof.
Kurt.
Hey, he's back. Nox is going to say, they want us to stop. We should keep moving forward.
Okay.
Don't gun it.
Did you say don't gun it?
Yeah.
I said don't gun it, but they don't want us to, or they want us to stop. That's the whole point.
Bobo's
Oh, is-
torso, just so y'all know, and you would have been able to observe this at some point. Bobo's torso sits approximately 5 feet off the ground, and he's got those big, fat, stubby legs.
So he
Just for
could,
context. They're
in
almost
theory-
like hooves.
sure, but he could, in theory, climb over a 4-foot diameter tree with a little bit of effort.
In
Right.
theory.
But he's not going to be able to just like run and jump over it
Sure.
unless he was in a frenzy, but he's not.
We
that
would
hungry.
rather not have that, I think.
Probably not a
Um,
good idea.
I'm just flabbergasted that we haven't been attacked. Who drops the tree and then waits this long?
I'm insulted.
Rose just gonna shake her head and start moving forward. Or yip.
Unless they're
Um,
trying to lure us into a false confidence.
I can't really hear any of you guys, so we're just moving forward.
And we slowly start to approach the log, creeping forward step by step.
with Colombo's walking speed, if it was like maintained, would I be able to keep up under him
Sure.
if I was walking like sort
Absolutely.
of
At
crouched?
this, if Ro is kind of only like egging him along slowly, then absolutely.
Okay, so I'm gonna go like Thai warrior tactics, and I'm gonna go between the legs of our beast of burden, and go stealth mode as I crouch down, and I'm going to be walking under Bobo, looking for anything to pop out, and I'm gonna shoot it in the face if it does. So
Yeah.
And as you begin to approach the log, we finally get up to it. We're attempting to scramble over it, so Bobo's going to start doing some athletics checks to climb it. And
I'm gonna
else is gonna do
throw.
Go on.
I'm gonna throw a Bobo tree on the other side of the tree, like cross it.
You quickly pull out, unwrap a Bobo treat. As you unwrap it, you hear a coming from his nostrils in front of you. I don't know if that sound made it through. I hope it did.
Did.
And as you toss it, we've got what? Rev, K9X, and Dr. Hermes Sanguine inside. So the two of you who are on top, I'm going to need you two
Oh no.
to make me dexterity saving throw. Actually, everybody make me dexterity saving throws. As suddenly he goes and puts his front 2 feet up and like just vaults himself up and over the log as he dives to try and catch that thing in his mouth midair.
21, baby.
I'm on the ground.
Oh yeah,
13.
he got down.
Oh yeah, you're underneath. Yeah, so you're left behind.
Oh, I book it up once he makes the move to like jump. I'm
Once
like, okay,
once he starts to jump. Okay, yeah. So you're, instead of a dexterity saving throw, you're gonna give me an acrobatics check.
$25.
Nice.
Seems good.
That's a nat 20.
Seems good.
Seems good. Yeah. Oh, I have to do it for Bobo.
Seems all right.
Give me 1 second. Bobo's refreshing. And as Bobo does his athletics check,
Probably pretty good at those, right? Big monster.
yeah,
gotta be
Bobo's
really
he vaults up and over, clipping his back 2 legs as Nox, you actually like get underneath him and land in front of him, tumbling on the opposite side of the fallen log, and look back just in time to see his back legs catch as he flops and his chin comes crashing down into the ground. Bobo treat still in his mouth as he's caught it with his tongue just before his chin smashes into the ground. Everybody else's dexterity saves. Ro got what? An 18. Dr. Sanguine got a 21. K9X got a 13. And Rev got a 15. Yeah. So, K9X and K9X and Rev, the two of you are immediately on this as he jumps up forward. You're flung smack into the back of the van. Then, as a second later, as he lands chin forward, you go flying right into the windshield with a pair of crashes that smash right past Dr. Sanguine, who just barely managed to brace himself because you were still holding on to the door handle from sticking your head out to holler to gun it. So you just luckily still had hold of that handle and braced yourself against it, managing to not take any damage. The other two of you, you're each going to roll 2d6 for me. 1d6 for each of the impacts.
Oh man.
Okay, well.
1d6 as you get smashed against the back window, and then another d6 as you get smashed against the windshield. And that's going to be bludgeoning damage, of course.
Well,
You're gonna have to sit as we anticipate this one.
Oh god, the dice are spinning. So
All right, I'm gonna narrate something else in the meantime.
you did it to yourself.
Kai9X. Yeah. So wait, that was Kai9X and Rev failed.
Dang,
Sanguine was
7.
inside and succeeded. Ro had an 18 and succeeded and managed to hold on through all of the chaos and not tumble. You were able to just like find that perfect spot and brace yourself back against the van. And just as Klombo smacks into the ground, you suddenly hear cacophonous sounds of laughter coming from the forest on either side as a number of pairs of beady eyes begin slowly creeping out through the forest. Just in time for you to see what appear to be some walking raccoons stepping forth from the foliage.
Go from one panda to another. Bunch of
Quickly!
trash pandas.
Keep the big one down! We'll get him! And we will pick up there as we are ambushed by the lootlings. Next
Oh
time
no.
on the Arcane Apocalypse.
Ah.